Hello, welcome to Business News. Now we have reports that a meeting on West Africa's quality system project wants Nigeria to hasten efforts at approving its quality policy. Participants at the meeting warned that the policy is critical to the project's success in Nigeria. Lara Folayan has details.
A meeting of the Regional Steering Committee of the West Africa Quality System Project. It is basically to assess the progress of countries for certification purposes. The motive is to help strengthen a regional policy system that will improve competitiveness of local industries in line with international best practices.
We have moved forward with the accreditation, meaning the international recognition of additional testing laboratories and certification bodies. So now we have reached a number of 19 conformity assessment bodies being accredited in the region, of which 4 certification bodies. And we have also developed further the quality mark, the certification mark that we have established for ECOWAS.
The United Nations Industrial Development Organization wants Nigeria to expedite action on its quality policy for the project's benefit.
Nigeria has not yet done this step. They have not approved the quality policy. There are a lot of internal discussions and negotiations in the country, but we are positive and we are hopeful that the quality policy will be adopted.
The European Union, alongside other development partners, have supported the quality system project for several years. These efforts are basically to promote and unify trade within the ECOWAS sub-region.
Regional integration will not happen if the citizens of the region does not drive it. We must accept it, we must make demands within this system for it to be sustainable. Let me reassure you that the EU relationship with West Africa is not a short-term one. It's been ongoing for more than half of a century. It will continue in the nearest future.
The West Africa Quality System Project aims to support the implementation of the ECOWAS quality policy through technical assistance in areas of standardization, accreditation, conformity assessment, and quality promotion. Lara Folayan, TVC News, Abuja.
And in other reports now, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry says the indefinite closure of the country's borders with its neighboring African countries will ultimately hurt the economy and cross-border activities. The president of the chamber, Babatunde Rashe, made this position at the 2019 presidential dialogue put together by the chambers. It calls for policy mix, noting that this is not the best time for the nation's economy, adding that the short-term outlook of key economic indicators are not looking bright. Representatives of government at the event had different views regarding the border closure.
About 7.5%. Government was not unmindful of the problems that would arise as a result of the increase, but government has took that into consideration when it was increasing it and has removed certain items from being vatable, and these items as such are the ones that would affect the poor people.
The closure of the land border has shown that, yes, indeed, some of these items that are actually destined for Nigerian markets are smuggled into the country. The reason why they're not bringing them into the ports because it's virtually impossible, very difficult for you to smuggle through the seaports, which is why they're using the land borders. And the closure of the land borders, as it is now, has provided us a window and clarity of the volumes with which items are smuggled into the country, and we look forward to having a good outcome from this closure that will enable us plan properly as a country.
I think we have done the wrong thing by actually closing the border. It's not the first time we are closing our borders. That will not solve it. Those who are manufacturing rice in Nigeria today are not able to even meet up with the capacity, the demand of the community. So government has not done the right thing by saying rice should not come. We should build up the capacity. We should catch up with the demand before we can now close in the border, and automatically it will actually disappear.
And on the international front now, the first flights taking Thomas Cook holidaymakers home to the United Kingdom have landed. Jubilant and relieved passengers started boarding after being stranded at the airport for hours when the world's oldest travel firm collapsed earlier yesterday. Thomas Cook runs hotels, resorts, airlines and cruises for 19 million people a year in 16 countries. It currently has 600,000 people outside the UK, forcing government and insurance companies to coordinate a huge rescue operation. While some passengers expressed disappointment at the way the situation was handled by the government, others are much more sympathetic.
No, all of the information that we saw online from Thomas Cook, from the CAA, has been really beneficial. They've told us what we need to do, which numbers we need to call, where the new flights are. So we've been provided so much information up front. We're not out of pocket. We've been protected by ATOL. So it's been whilst not a great experience, but we've come through it in a good way. Yeah.
Some main concerns is kind of the knock-on effects this will have for the UK economy. It's also quite a bad sign when one airline goes bust like this, but also presents new opportunities for other airlines to kind of take over. But because Thomas Cook is kind of staple British brand, it brings in concern about whether foreign investors will want to come in, and obviously with Brexit looming and everything like that, it does bring in some economic uncertainties.
That was lucky. We've not been really affected by it, we were concerned, but you know, luckily it was the last day.
And oil prices trade mix at the international market early today. At the London market, Brent crude sells for $63.35 per barrel, recording a 0.60%. For the OPEC basket, the price steadies at $65.30 for a barrel.